Hello and welcome to Usgoing. I just thought I would do a quick, brief live this morning. I apologize for any dog noises because I am alone and who knows if they're going to bark. But I just posted a new post. I know I haven't been posting a lot on YouTube lately, but things have been busy. I am starting school this week again. Fall quarter starts. So I thought I would just talk a little bit about my newest blog post, which is I'm giving away a bunch of books. So I went through my books. I have 20 boxes of books, I think, downstairs. And we moved into our house maybe 8 years ago. And I realized that I haven't really read a lot of them at all since we moved because I had, at the time I had a 2-year-old and now I have another one that's a little bit younger. So life got busy, but I would love to read. And as I was going through the books, I realized there's a lot of books in there that I missed. Like, I haven't read them in so long, but there are also some books that I was like, oh, you know what? I've read these a few times. I'm probably past, this phase of my life. So I'm going to reread them. They're all the ones that I have, the 10 that I picked for this book list, which is on my blog, oscoey.com, oscoey.com. And I also linked the actual blog post, not just the generic Usgoey blog, in the description. So, sorry, Luna got up. We'll see if she barks. She's my my challenging dog. I don't know if you've seen videos of her on my Instagram, but she's a hoot. But I thought I would just go through the list of the 10 books real quick and show them to you. I linked them in my blog post if you want to look for them. I would see if you can find them from the library. I'm all about frugality and not, overconsumption. I feel like some of the mass market paperback books, there's a lot of wasted paper. If everybody is buying a copy, you should really be sharing it amongst yourselves and getting it from the library or using the Libby app, which I'm not affiliated with. And actually, I cannot get my Libby account to work, but I think it's a great idea. My kids listen to so many books in the car on the Libby app. It's one of the ways we get their reading in on those busy days when we're driving a lot to sports. So I'll go through this list. It's about 10 books long. I think it's exactly 10 books. And some of them, I remember what they're about. Some of them I do not. Some of them I can't remember which one is about which. So, we'll just go through it real quick and then I will head off to work because I do have to work today. But the first one is this book called Pearl Cove by Elizabeth Lowell. I don't remember when I first read this book, but it's kind of like a thriller romance, I think. And it has to do with this lady who goes to this pearl, like she's a pearl buyer or something. I can't remember. But I looked it up to get the link on Amazon for my blog post. And this is the third book in the series, guys. I didn't even grab the first book in the series. I have not read the other two, which are also listed on the cover, Amber Beach and Jade Island. Like, how did I miss that? I have no idea. I probably bought this when my oldest was little and I just didn't even think about it. It's a really good book. And I think it stands alone. I'm going to have to decide if I'm going to keep it or not after I read it again. There's some books that I do reread. I used to reread every year. And those books I will cover in a different post, but this is not one of them. Hopefully I won't make a mess in my office. This one is Summer by the Sea by Susan Wiggs. I don't remember what this one's about. I think I'm mixing it up with this one. Sorry, dogs. This is We'll Meet Again by Mary Higgins Clark. This is the third book on my list. These two, one of them has this thing where there was a murder, and then they come back to the house where murder happened, and I can't remember if it's Summer by the Sea or We'll Meet Again. So when I read these, I will figure it out. I can't remember, and I tried really hard not to read the synopsis on Amazon when I was linking them because I want to be surprised. All right, so then I also have and Beach House. This was the other one. I couldn't remember which one was which. This is by James Patterson and Peter. Oh, I'm really horrible at pronouncing things. Dijon, it's French. I don't know. This guy right here. I'm horrible at pronunciation. My kids have ruined me. we'll say that. It wasn't me always along. One of these, there's like a house. I don't know. There's like a plot, and they're all kind of mystery type books. They're quick summer reads, so I'm just going to read those pretty quickly. This one is actually one of my favorite books. I don't know why it ended up in my pile of books to like read and then give away. This is called Inconvenient Woman by Dominic Dunn. I can't read backwards. This one is about this lady, Flo, and she is like the quintessential like up and coming Hollywood, actress, waitress, lady person, and she meets this wealthy guy, and they have this affair, and it's about that. I'm going to read it again. I'm going to see if I still like it a lot, because I used to really love this book. I used to read this one. This is one of those I used to read every summer. I don't know why it's in the stack of books. Maybe I got them all mixed up or something. But anyways, I really like that one. So I'm going to read it again, and then I'm going to decide if I'm going to keep it or not. And then I have these two books. These are, Jhumpa Lahiri, I think is the author. I don't know. I probably should have looked at pronunciations before I did this video. But these ones, it's The Namesake and Interpreter of Maladies. These ones are ones that my dad gave me, probably in the 2000s. I don't know when they were made or published or whatever. But 1999. So I think it was like in the 2000s when these were, I think they were popular. I can't remember, but I have no idea what they're about. I cannot remember to save my life. So one of them is short stories, I think, and the other one is like a novel. And these ones I am going to give away, but I'm also going to see if my dad wants them back, because I think he loaned them to me. There was a period of time when my dad was loaning me books, but actually I was storing them for him because he didn't have space in his house, which honestly still happens. Let's see if the book pile falls. And then the next three are kind of like more popular books. I don't know if those ones are popular now or if they were, I don't remember. I don't think they were like super popular, but these ones are kind of like, I think at least 2 of these, maybe even 3 of these were made into movies. But these ones, like Memoirs of a Geisha, is really good. And I think this one has a movie, and I've seen it, and everything is really good about it. But I've read this a few times, and I don't feel the need to hold on to my copy of it. I can always get it on the Libby app. This is one that was like libraries definitely have. So I'm going to read this one more time and then give it away. And honestly, this one I've read a few times, and I may not even make it through the whole thing. But I'm going to be doing reviews for all of these books. I'm nervous that my stack of books is going to fall. It's like precariously just like sitting on top of my scale, my food scale for my postage for my orders from Moscow Shop. And then Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. I cannot remember what this one is about, but I remember it was really good. And I did accidentally, oh my gosh, you guys, I accidentally read part of the synopsis after I had written my little blurb in the blog post. So I do kind of know what this is about now. But I will be rereading this one. This one also I've read a bunch of times, and I don't feel the need to hold on to this copy. So this one I am going to give away as well. It's like Jenga over here. And then the last one is When the Emperor Was Divine. And I'm pretty sure this one is about like this lady who was in a concentration camp, and like she has like a relationship. But I may be mixing that one up with Azalea Rose, or what's the other one? White Azalea or something like that. I may be mixing that plot up with this one. So I'm going to have to see when I read it. I've mostly been reading kids' books the last, not 20 years, but 8 years. So I need to read some grown-up books. I did go through like the Silo series this spring, and I love that series. I read it for the second time. I'm currently reading Ecotopia, or just finished Ecotopia by Ernest Callenbaugh. I am working on a review for that one, so that will be up on my blog here pretty soon, hopefully by the end of the week. But like I said, my quarter starts this week, so I may not have time to finish that review. I'm trying to do a really in-depth review of that one, because Ecotopia was a book that it really affected the way I looked at society when I was in high school. So I really want to do a really thoughtful review of that one. But the 10 books on this list are all going to be like a short, quick little review. I'll post it on my blog. I'll also link them into the list post. I will add, like each time I write a review, I'll add a link to that. So you can always just look at it, go to the list post in this description in this video, and then you can click that link, and then it'll take you to the blog post. And then they're all laid out with a little bit of like what I think they're about, because I don't remember. And then my goal is, these are all like super fast reads, I think, except for maybe Memoirs of Geisha. That one might take me a little bit longer, but the rest of them are not very long. And like especially the smaller books are all like larger print, they kind of fluff out the books a little bit to make them seem longer, but they're not that long. So I know that those ones won't take me that long, and they're all fiction. They're all, most of them, I think The Secret Life of Bees, Memoirs of Geisha, and When the Emperor Was Divine, those ones are more thoughtful. They're not quite so like fluffy books. So I think the ones that are fluffy won't take me that long to read. I love a good novel that can just help me escape from, just for a little bit, like a good summer read. So I'm excited to read them again. And then I'll probably come up with a new list. I do have a lot of books that I'm realizing that were bought for me in the last 8 years that I have not even pulled out of the box. So that might be my project for 2024. If you guys have books that you, let me know in the comments. You guys have books that you have stored or are on your bookshelf and you haven't really touched in a long time. I highly encourage you to edit your book list, like what you have on your shelves, frequently. If you're like me and a little bit of a book hoarder, which I will fully admit I'm a book hoarder, but I'm not as bad as I used to be, I would say, because I realized I wasn't reading them, so I just stopped purchasing them. But I'm definitely a book hoarder, and I'm also discovering I'm also a cross-stitch hoarder as well. So I'll probably go through, maybe another day this week, I can go through some of the cross-stitch projects that I'm working on, another floss tube. I know I was going to do floss tubes every week, but I don't have time to post that often, and we're struggling with Luna barking a lot, so it's hard to film when you have a loud dog. Let me tell you, she's so loud, and then you guys won't be able to hear anything I say. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribe, like, comment on what books that you have that you kind of read every year. Maybe I'll do a series on that. I have to find them though. I didn't pull those out of boxes because some of them are really long series that I used to read every year. But I'll definitely do some more live feeds. Maybe I can just do Monday mornings. And I do intend to do crafting togethers again at some point, but like I said, I'm struggling with time. Time is really short in our family right now. School started, I'm starting my school next week, and I'm working. Both my husband and I are working now, and we just have a lot going on. It's that time of year. The holidays start to pick up and things get busy. So we're also doing this big decluttering project that we've been working on for the entire summer. So slowly every week, because I'm also managing another family member's household as well. So we have a lot going on. So thank you for your patience. I really appreciate you. I hope you guys have a great week. It's Monday. Happy Monday. I hope the rest of the week goes great. Thanks for watching. Bye.